Right, my friends, so in this video I wanted to make a short tutorial in creating a training program using Google Documents instead of, say, using Microsoft Word or any other desktop software. You can actually edit this from your phone if you decide to. It would be quite uncomfortable, so I recommend you doing on the desktop. Anyways, this is called Programmus. Programmus is a sport training program framework. It is a guide, a system, a mechanism, a handbook, a workbook, a tracker, and a portable manual. And on each line of this framework, there are editable smart contents that we can customize based on the type of program we want to use. So we can call this commando training, for example, commando training. And we're going to say this is a workout program that we want to create the content of this program based on certain branch of expertise, and then based on that we're going to go ahead and edit the framework or the template. So this is how we lay it out. Initially just have some tags, some sort of labels that describe the basic characteristics of what's in this package. This is a portable manual, or what this package is. It's a portable manual. It is for intermediate and advanced people. It is about self-paced learning, and you can use on any device. Here you have the introduction paragraph. You have a table of content. You break this down in 4 sections. That's how the commando training program goes in 4 sections. By the way, I'm using commando training just as an example. You can call this however you want to call it. You can call this, diamond training, anything. So each training program, any training program, doesn't matter if it is a military training program or an university training program, you need to set it up. So program setup, program settings, this is how many classes, how many sessions, and how much time per session, and what kind of environment are you going to use, and you can keep adding more data into this grid. I like to use legal disclaimer here, when I'm saying that all the advice that I'm giving in this document is basically, is executed under the responsibility, and basically I am, I'm not to blame if you don't follow this program as is meant to be. Okay. So we're going to talk about why we need to train, and what are the functions of the training program. Is this for strength? Is this for getting some type of skill? So we're going to break this in a list, and we're going to mention what are actually the gains that we're going to get out of the program. These are translated into benefits. We're going to have some safety notes here. We're going to break this down into 4 main safety measurements to take in consideration when joining this training program. We're going to have an introduction to a program model. How is it breaking down into levels and weeks? What is the hardware that we're going to need? So this is essentially a checklist. Let's explain what are the goals and how to set our own goals, and why these goals are critical to succeed in the program. And then we're going to break it down into an action plan, a step-by-step action plan. Let's break down the concept of the levels down here. Let's talk about benchmarks. For example, what do we want to accomplish by or before a certain date? Why benchmarking is important in any training program. If we have a 4-week of availability, how can we make a 4-week program schedule based on, say, 3 sessions per week during 4 weeks? How are we going to account for our progress, how to use milestone thinking, and how to go step by step towards our objectives and goals. We can use data visualization graphics, pie charts, bar charts. Say we're going to break the percentages of the gains we get out of this program. So let's say out of this program you make 20% more strength, 20% more balance and stamina or whatever. So in this case, your commitment means everything. We make a note of that. We mention, explain movement training, the specifics of the movement training. How is the immersion cycle in this training? How do we distribute? What is the distribution of the loads and the exercises here? What is the general training order and strategies? The exercises, the dosage. What are those particular skills that we're going to train? And let's just describe each one. Let's talk about the exercises. How many sets? How many times? How many repetitions? What kind of tools do we need for those drills that we're going to execute? And then finally we have a program summary after you finish any type of course or immersion process. Come down and check the table of how many combos you made, what was your average. Then we're going to talk about testing and self-assessments. How do you feel? What improvements do you make? What are your training reports? What are your new goals? Talk about the progress report. So the first one is about feelings and it's very personal. The second one is more specifics about numbers. How many hours did you work? How many sessions did you do? What is the average session? Then we have the concept of cyclic periodization. It means if you work by cycles and you account for the periods, you notice when you're peaking, when it's time to change or to modify or tweak the program. So understanding periodization is quite determinant. Then why not, we are going to include some dietary recommendations, maybe a workout booster, something that is going to give you energy for this workout. And then here, more training resources that you recommend. You can throw websites, links, emails, anything you want. Talk about your next steps, what's going after, what is the next level, what do we have to do after. And then you say thank you, use a legal disclaimer down here to say, okay, again, similar to the first opening disclaimer, a closer disclaimer. You can find this in a legal, there are templates online made by lawyers, and you can, adapt this language. Finally, who published this book, what is the website, the date, and if this belongs to some series or not, just highlight it up. So this is it. This is basically what I wanted to show you, how to structure sport training programs using Google Docs and using this Programmer's framework and template. You can find it in the comment section of the video, and thank you for watching.